college actor, what's your next step? Out of college actor, are you famous yet? Out of college actor, why are you in the dumps? Out of college actor, what's your backup? We don't know. Help.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. This is Sarah, and also,
I'm not Spencer.
no, you're not.
I'm Tall Human, also known as Camille.
Yeah, my boyfriend.
I'm here.
Yeah. Spencer is not able to record this week because her grandfather passed away, so she's taking this week off to be with her family. So,
That's
sending good and positive vibes to Spencer.
Yeah.
We love you very, very, very much, and I miss you.
You're a fantastic person, and you were fantastic at the Gorillaz concert.
Yeah.
You weren't on stage. You were a great fan.
You're a great participant.
But thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thanks for filling in.
Yeah, it's weird you guys do this podcast without pants. I didn't know that. It's weird that you have me take off my pants and you.
Yeah, it's a requirement. You have to not wear pants.
Yeah, it really makes me think about all the episodes I listen to.
Yeah, if you it's a good connection to have between two people talking.
That's fair.
So this is Camille. You live in Chicago.
I do live in Chicago.
And you are an actor, and you graduated 2 years ago.
I did.
So,
With a degree in forensic psychology.
yes. Talk about that.
I have a degree in forensic psychology.
Perfect.
You want to talk about like why I have a psychology degree, but I'm an out of college actor?
Yeah, go for it.
So I was in high school and I got a college degree. No, I didn't. I was playing a bunch of sports and then my knees broke and I was going to play volleyball in college and my knees were like, we're not doing that. And my first semester of college, I took an acting class and I was like, oh, I'm pretty good at this. Yeah, within like a year I was playing Atticus Finch and To Kill a Mockingbird. But in high school I took a psych class and I was like, oh, this is all very interesting and I want to do it more. And I was like, I'm gonna do psychology. I need a degree to be a psychologist. I don't need a degree to be an actor.
True.
So
Very true.
even though I want to go to grad school and get my acting MFA.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fun.
Cool.
So, yeah, thanks for filling in.
No, it's my pleasure. I used to have a podcast, so this is great. Yeah. I miss
Dusting
podcasting.
off. Yeah, and I think it's a good idea just to get another perspective because it's me and Spencer talking and we come from the same school so that we have similar experiences and stuff, whereas you have been out of college longer and you had a different experience in school and
Yep.
acting and all that stuff.
Yeah, you guys, how many plays have you been in? A million?
Crap ton.
Yeah, I've been in 7 now.
Yeah.
But I was in 6 in college, and 2 of them I was a leading role.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it always fascinates me. I meet people that have done, like they're like 25, 27 years old, and they've done acting for 20 years because they were kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've acted for 6, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so, and now I'm about to do my second show in Chicago. We met on The Fires of Nero, which
Yes.
Sarah has talked about multiple times.
Yes.
That was my first show in 3 years, like doing a play.
Which I wanted to ask, what got you... So you were obviously looking at auditions when you found the Nero audition, so what made you start looking at auditions in theater?
So, when I graduated school, I was working like 3 jobs, and then I was done with school, and I'm like, you know what, I'm ready to get back into acting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how to do theater, like out of college. I had no idea. I didn't know theatersinchicago.com was a thing. No idea, but I knew backstage.com was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did like about a year and a half of film.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I did like 15 film projects, whether it be like student films, short films, independent projects.
Yeah.
Half of them were with DePaul. I never went to DePaul. But if you ever have a chance to do a DePaul film, do it. It's an incredible experience. They all know what they're talking about. Like, I've done projects with other schools that I will not name where it's only like 2 people. While at DePaul, I've been on projects where it's like 12 people, 15 people. It feels real. And then, like I went to Australia. What? What's so funny?
You said reel, and I was thinking like a film reel.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
That's fine.
You went to Australia.
I went to Australia, and I saw about 30 comedy shows. There's a big comedy festival in Australia. And seeing that made me miss the stage and how I was part of a blind dating show with one of my favorite podcasters. He invited me to be like the single person, and I was dating 3 comedians. And I just being back on stage, I was really nervous, but I was like, oh, I don't mind this environment. It's a good stress. And I came back and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna apply, like look at theater. And then I saw the Nero posting, and I saw that Nero was baritone, doesn't need to be a strong singer, but confident. And I'm like, that's me. And I applied, got the audition, met you at the callbacks, and I was like, oh, that's a person I want to hang out with. And then I got cast as Seneca, as an old man. I'm 24 years old, so I don't know.
So that was the only audition that you submitted for. That was like the first one, and you got cast in it?
I think I sent in for the She Kills Monsters. Okay. I think I forgot what company, Cuckoo Project. I don't know.
Maybe it was or something.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I feel bad now. I saw it and it was very good, but I applied to for Orcus because I did that show before, and I was like, that's a great way for me to do a role that I was into already. That I've done. Saw the show, it was very good. The guy who played Orcus was very well done, and I applied and I did Nero enough. I was like, oh, this is great, and I've been checking theater in Chicago ever since. Yeah. And I applied all the time and auditioned all the time. Nothing heard back yet.
Well, you got cast in The Truth About Santa.
Yeah, but I saw that. I think I saw it in theater in Chicago, but I also know the director, so he posted on his Facebook and was like, "Hey, audition for this," which is gonna be great. I play a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm playing against my age range.
Whoop whoop. And you have like a month of rehearsals, and then you open.
Open, yeah.
That's crazy.
You have like 3 months of rehearsals.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we never checked in. We need to check in.
Oh, yes. How was your week, Sarah Ford?
My week was good. It was work. I worked.
You did
and
work.
I just hung out. We hung out.
Yeah.
Watched a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, we did. Do you like that show?
I love that show. It's
Andre
very good.
Brower, Catherine Raymond Holt.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's phenomenal.
Crumb me up.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think that's it. Yeah. It's a good week.
You're
Can't
seeing
complain.
Curious Incident this weekend.
Oh yeah, we're going to see Curious Incident at ISU.
We're coming through.
Opens tomorrow. Happy opening.
Happy
all
opening.
My dear friends. I'll see
Happy
you
opening.
soon.
Some people that I met, probably.
Yeah.
I have met them.
Jordan
Cool.
will be in it. And Claire.
Ooh. Claire. Oh,
Yeah.
she's nice.
And a lot of other people. A lot of friends are in it. It'll
Cool.
be good. And yes, my week was good. How's your week?
Same as you. I did the same thing you did.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
I was just thinking. Oh, I did an open mic on last
You did,
Saturday.
and it was incredible.
Thanks. Yeah, that was fun. It was just a bunch of old men singing and then me. But it was fun. They seemed to like my songs, which was nice.
You played 3 original songs.
Yeah, and I told a joke.
You did tell a joke. Have you told the joke on here?
I don't think I have. I should tell the joke on here.
Please.
Get ready, buckle in.
Whew.
You have to respond to it when I ask, okay? So it's the first time you've ever heard this joke.
All right, acting. Whew.
Here we go.
Hold on, what's my character's motivation?
Just pick one and be confident in it.
Okay, all right.
What did the 2 gossiping sheep say when the shepherds came by?
What?
I think they heard us.
Oh, it's a knee slapper. Lily slapped my knee. Oh, that hurt. No, it's good. It's a good joke.
Thank you. I came up with that myself.
I was very impressed.
Thanks.
So what else do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we talked about college. Chicago.
Chicago.
Why are you here?
I was born here. I was born on the south side, and I decided to move on to the north side because I'm a Lyft driver, and I was waking up at like 5 in the morning at my parents' house, and I would drive all the way to the north side and drive, and I would be up here anyway for like film projects and stuff. And I was like, you know what? It'd be easier if I just live here. And I did. I moved here. It's been fun. Makes life a lot easier. And I think Chicago's a good stepping stone because everybody goes to LA and New York with nothing. And I was like, I'll stay in Chicago, make a small something, and then go to Chicago or go to LA and New York and be like, all right, here is something.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd rather be 1 in a million than 1 in 5 million.
True.
Yeah.
Agreed. What was it like when you graduated? Like, how was that transition?
Hard, but also interesting because my parents are supportive of what I do. They just want me to get a college degree. But a lot of my teachers and peers were like, I'm going to grad school. I get this job in my field. Psychology, you can't do anything with a bachelor's. You have to go back to school and get a master's. So you have like a specification. And it was tough figuring out what I have to do because I was working like, I was a bartender, I was a manager at Jimmy John's, and I was a Lyft driver. I was like, none of this makes me happy. I want to be an actor. And so I decided to become a Lyft driver full time, and because it's super flexible. If you want to be a driver, message me. I'll give you my code. And it helped me figure out. Before I used to think like I'll act for a couple years and I'll go back to school when I'm like 27, 28. And I'll get a degree in psychology, my master's. But since then, it's been 2 years. Being on film sets and getting back into theater has made me realize, oh, I want to be an actor. I don't have any responsibilities. That's fine.
Nice.
So, but I feel like people have to be smart with their work choices. Like I worked 3 jobs for about like a year and a half, saved up a bunch of money so I can move out. Because it's scary to move out and get out of college and be like, you have 6 months to start paying your loans. And I saved up a bunch of money. I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about my loans for a little bit. And you have to be like adult responsibly. Like, don't just start moving out right away and just being like, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to go buy all this stuff for my apartment and do all these crazy classes and go become an actor. Like, be realistic, but be optimistic. That's what I like to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because you were commuting to school.
Yeah, I was. For a little bit.
From your parents. So then, like, you just lived with your parents. So that wasn't, like, a drastic change of moving back home.
I was on residence. I was a resident at Lewis University, which is in the farmlands. And then I transferred to Roosevelt in the city. And it was like a 10-minute walk, a 20-minute bus ride, a 30-minute train ride. And so it was when I got out of school, like, you know, you have that mentality like, I'm all done with school, I'm an adult now. And it was tough living with my parents at first because they were like, get a job and like blah blah blah, like go to work and stuff. And I was like, it's not a positive environment for me. So it was kind of like, yeah, I'm saving a bunch of money, but I couldn't work as much because there's not that much flexible jobs in the South Side.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get like a clerk job or working at a fast food place. I was like, I don't want to do that. I did my time with Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
And so I moved to the city knowing I don't have to work more, but I could make more money.
Gotcha.
Where I could afford like headshots or classes. So, yeah.
Nice. Fun. So, do you prefer, let's talk about like film versus theater.
Ooh.
Because you have a lot of experience with like doing film.
Yeah, film is fun.
Yeah.
I love film. It's the way I've described it, and most people agree. Like, I think this is for me. Like, when I'm on a film set, and it's like, I've always used this analogy. They tell me, all right, you have to be a bear. All right, I'm a bear. Like, I'm in this moment, I am a bear. But theater, if I was told to be a bear, I have to know everything about a bear and knowing my objective, my obstacles, and knowing my ins and outs of who I am as a bear, because when I'm on stage, everybody sees everything, and if something happens, you have to adjust. Like, I've been in part of shows where I was part of a show where it was 3 of us on stage from start to finish, and somebody skipped 2 pages with the character's exit in those 2 pages during a performance. And so my character had to figure out, how the hell am I going to get this character out of here? So I like slammed my desk and I was like, Victor, get out of here. Me and Ben have to talk. And he goes, thank you, David, and leaves. And somehow we get back on track. But if it was film, all right, cut, let's go again. I've always been told, like, theater is the actor's art, filmmaking is the director's art. And I could see that. Not to be disrespectful, like film actors. I'm like, it's a different art form.
Yeah, I feel like in film it's more, there's more creativity that comes from outside of what an actor's doing, because like with editing and sound design and all that stuff, like they can do whatever you want with what they film. Or just a small part of it. And
I did this one film, you saw it, it was
the
Pile.
Money guy.
Yeah, the money guy. There's a scene where I'm beating up this guy and I'm yelling. And I remember my director was getting me pumped for the scene, and it was super quiet. Me and him are off in the corner, and we just start screaming at each other. My director's pushing me, and it was incredible. And I get to the part, and I'm like yelling, and I'm like punching and stuff, and this is all with 15 filmmakers watching you. And it's different from being in a theater with 200 people watching you because they believe you as the character. However, filmmaking, they are working. They're not consuming. Yeah. And it's difficult, and it's hard to get used to, but it's fun. Once you get past that headspace and you're able to transition, it's so much fun. Yeah. It's hard for me to choose between the two. Yeah. I think I prefer the stage, but if there's good people on set, filmmaking is so much fun. Yeah, there's certain people that I've worked with multiple times, and I'm like, we're gonna make an amazing project. It's gonna be fun. It's only like 3 days. You can make a 12-minute film in 2-3 days. Long days, but it's crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
Very fun.
Oh, and filmmaking is all about networking. They always say, like, oh, it's who you know. It's not. It's how you are when you meet someone. Like, the reason why I've done so many projects with DePaul, I auditioned for somebody from DePaul. I didn't get it, but they remembered me, and they recommended me to these director and the producer. And I had a great experience. And the sound guy saw how I was behind the camera, like, not on camera. Like, I was nice, and I was like, I remembered all their names, and like, he was like, do you want to be the lead in my film? And I was like, sure. And I did that, and my co-actor was producing a web series for DePaul, and he got, when his lead actor dropped out, he gave me a part of that. And it's because, like, it's just been, I've met actors on film sets where they are not nice. They think they're the talent. Yeah. I hate that term too. It's so annoying. Yeah. And like, they're great because like there are union rules where like actors eat first. They're not union. I tell them, like, go eat. Don't have me hold you up. Like, I'm literally working with a director and they're like waiting on me. I'm like, no, go or I will not eat. And it's just, you gotta be cool. Like, be nice. And people will remember you. People remember that so much. That's
what I realized. My freshman year of college, my fundamentals of theater teacher, he, like, the first day of school, he was like, your professional career starts now. And I took that to heart, to where, like, you just want to be, it's important to be, like, easy to work with because people remember you for not causing trouble and stuff like that, and just being nice and friendly.
Because, like, filmmaking, they are with you, like, sometimes 12 hours a day. Yeah. They want to make sure you're a pleasant person to be around for 12 hours a day, multiple days of the week. Absolutely. And people remember. They will remember if you are not nice.
Yeah, and they talk too.
They do.
You talk to other people and then you get screwed over.
Yep. Wardrobe and costume, they know everything. Oh, yeah. They know everything.
Yep. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
else you got on your mind?
I mean, you talked a little about the jobs you had. If you want to talk a little more, 'cause you did security?
I've worked at a movie theater. I did security for a movie studio, as well as, like, being the maintenance worker. Like,
Yeah.
so, like, this movie studio, there was, like, the filming warehouses, but there's also, like, a small shop where they would, like, rent out the big giant lights and the cables and stuff because it's way more expensive to bring those and buy them, so they rent it out from the studio.
Yeah.
That was a crazy experience. I learned a lot about filmmaking and how sets should be, and I did that. I would work from like 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. security, and then work like 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. as a worker. I've been a bartender. I've been a Jimmy John's manager. Worked at Best Buy for like 2 weeks. It's not fun. Yeah, you talked about Jenna Fisher and
Yes.
how like it's your day job, but you should do it 100%. And I've had a lot of jobs and I've done them 100% because like if you're not liking what you do, go do something else.
Exactly.
Like it's fine to quit your job.
Yeah.
Just be respectful.
Yeah, you don't want to burn bridges.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun to have multiple jobs at once and make so much money, but also take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
It's only been 20 minutes. I feel like I've been talking
I feel
forever.
like we covered everything.
I'm a fast talker. What made you audition for Nero?
I auditioned because, I just graduated. It was like 1 week after graduating, I saw the post and got in the show. I think. Was it 1 week? Yeah, it was 1 week. 'Cause 1 week after graduating. That doesn't sound right, but it is. Basically, I was looking for an audition at, on the Theater in Chicago page. I was just looking for stuff, and what stood out to me was that it seemed to be like a political thing, like a political stance, and I wanted to do something. What drew me to like theater in Chicago, because I'm more interested in film, but I really like the theater I've been seeing in Chicago because it's very political and like has important statements and messages, and I was like, I want to be a part of that, and so that show seemed to be what I wanted, and so I auditioned. Also it paid, so I was like, okay, cool. I just wanted to find a group of artists to work with because I knew I was stepping out on my own without my artistic family in school, so I wanted to find a group that I could work with, and I feel like I did still, like I still found like a community for that amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I did Lewis, I met so many people there, and like it's tough when you lose them and you can't. He's like, oh, I left the nest.
Yeah.
And now I gotta find
True.
worms on my own and find other people to find those worms with. Find those theater worms.
True. It's weird because at school, like I'm a person that will make comments, but I don't make them. I don't announce them. I'm just will like say something to my volume, and so whoever's around hears it. And if they don't, they don't. But the things I say, people turn around and think it's like super weird or funny. And at school, people started to pick up on that by the end of my senior year. Like they got it, so they like knew. And then when I started Nero, I'd like say stuff and no one heard, and I'd be like, oh, no one hears this.
I heard you a couple times.
I know, you started to pick it up. You and Nate started to pick it up, which was nice. I was like, oh, they got it. Someone heard, finally. Yeah.
I remember so many times, like, you just be like, wow. Like, you just be like a fly on the wall, and like, I would say something, like, oh, people would call me this in school. Like, I would call you a weenie, and you were just like, wow. I didn't know you were there.
That's funny. Oh, yeah, I'm sneaky. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, you scared the crap out of me earlier.
I know, sorry.
Came back from the gym, and she just scares the crap out of me.
I just kind of appear. I'm just kind of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you want to ask me about creative outlets or anything?
I was going to ask if you wanted to talk about creative
Wow,
outlets.
look at us.
That was supposed to be this week's episode, and Spencer and I will delve into that next episode, but if you want to talk about that too, let's do it.
You are a very creative person. Like, you have a great creative outlet. Like, go on Sarah Ford's YouTube channel. It's incredible.
It's alright.
It's great.
Thanks.
And seeing you perform was quite an experience. And like, how many instruments do you play?
Piano, ukulele, clarinet, guitar, 4. And I just like learning instruments, so I pick them up along the way.
And your voice is an instrument.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Rock band considers it an instrument.
That's true.
Gotta beat the mic. And it's incredible, like, the stuff you can do. And I feel like that's one insecurity of me. I don't have musical talent. It's fine. Like, I've tried learning guitar multiple times, and it just doesn't click in my head. My fingers are huge, and like I don't know how to strum. I don't know how you can hit some. For me, it's either all or none. How does that make sense? And like I've learned a couple songs on the piano. Man, like that's always been like an insecurity for me. It's just like how to express myself. And I've realized recently, like, I am in self a creative outlet. Like, I consume a lot of content. I listen to like 15 podcasts. In a month, I listen to all the Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
In a month. Sarah started reading the first one, and what book are you on now?
I'm on the second. I started the first one in July, and I thought I'd be done by now, but I've been busy, so I don't read much.
Yeah, I've watched almost all of Doctor Who, like even the old stuff. And I love learning about like Game of Thrones and like Marvel and like Doctor Who, and I love ranking stuff, but not like saying like this is crap, this is great. Like, oh, this is why I love this. This is why I love this. This is why I hate this. Why I don't like this. And I've started dabbling at writing stuff because I love Dungeons and Dragons, and that's like within the last year I've started playing, and I'm a dungeon master for one group. We have not gotten together, but I when like there's like a book that you can like, here's the adventure, and I remember I was like, I don't want to do this, and I kind of used the book as a guideline for like my own adventure, and I wrote this crazy story, and like so far like they really loved it. And it's hard to have that motivation, like, oh, I want to write. What about?
Yep.
But like Dungeons and Dragons is like, all right, here is this fantastical word, write whatever. And I've started doing that. Like, I think I started doing that with films that I don't like and rewriting them. Like, I do not like The Dark Knight Rises. That was very disappointing. And I was like, I want to rewrite it in my head, and like wrote out like, I want this to happen, like this to happen. And I think it's a good way to start getting motivation to do something.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like, I dabble in all things, but like Dungeons and Dragons is just like, oh, I really want to do this. Or like working out, like I work out pretty much every day, and just like, I'm really good at this, and like I lean into it. I don't like working out that much, so it's like Harry Potter during, and like I think it's like things that like it's hard to learn something. Like if I started trying to learn guitar, I would not be motivated because like I've seen you play guitar and it's great, and like it would take. How long have you been playing?
Well, the guitar I'm not that good at. I've been playing the guitar.
Well, let's use piano as an example then.
Oh, I've been playing the piano for 28. Oh God, it's been 17 years.
Exactly.
Ooh. Oh, no, 16 years. Still, it's a lot.
Exactly. It's just like I can never reach the level that you are, and it sucks. I wish I would have started playing instruments when I was younger, but like I still want to learn. I still want to, and I'm trying to motivate myself. That's a hard thing, to find motivations for new creative outlets.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the only reason I learned how to play the guitar is because I wanted to play the ukulele, but I knew once I played the ukulele, I would never learn how to play the guitar, so I made myself learn the guitar first.
Interesting.
And I still don't play the guitar that much, because I've now learned the ukulele. But like, I still know how to play the guitar, and I can like come back to it. But it's not that good. Like, I can't play bar chords, so I'm very limited.
Yeah, you're still great.
I can play.
I don't even know what a bar chord is. Is that the one with the F?
That's one where you basically put your finger down across all of the strings. And
Gotcha.
I just don't have the finger strength, and I also have small hands, so it's really hard on a
You
guitar.
do have small hands.
Yeah, and like I could build it up, and like for a while I tried to do that, but I just got bored because I was like, why do I need to do this?
Yeah.
I have a ukulele. That's okay. This is so fun. What was the point you were making?
Oh, like finding like new creative outlets and getting that
Gotcha.
motivation to try it.
And continue with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like writing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using like other pre-existing stuff and building on top of that
Yeah.
so that maybe one day I can write something new.
Mm-hmm.
And like music, I don't know if I ever will.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of, when learning something new, you have to have like a lot of patience and like an acceptance that it's not going to be what you want it to be in the beginning. My dad once said, and this like changed my life forever, is that he said even Picasso threw out some of his paintings, and I was like, you're right, he didn't just paint these masterpieces, like he probably had like crappy stuff that he didn't like and like threw it out, and like it's okay to not do good stuff. And that's what I think freed me up to like start writing music and like do more creative things, because I felt like it didn't matter whether it was good or bad as long as I was releasing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had that. For me, like I want to be the best at whatever I do.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
Hey, even Picasso threw out some of his paintings.
Wow, what a motivation change. Thank you, Mr. Ford.
My pleasure.
Mr. Ford?
Camille.
Camille. Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Oh, I guess I could talk about my sword fighting.
Yeah, oh yeah, you do that. Come on.
I need to get back. Like, I finished an intro course, and I've done a lot of stage combat, and
Yeah.
I used to do martial arts. I did Muay Thai, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that?
I've heard you say you did.
Oh yeah, I did that, and I know I'm a large person,
Yeah.
and like for me on stage, like that could be advantageous. Like in the play that we were in, I played a gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I should probably get ripped, because I used to work out all the time. I used to like be like 20 pounds heavier, and then I got super sick in last December. Like I went to the hospital multiple times, and I lost 25 pounds. Then we got cast as Nero, and they're like, your shirt's probably going to be off. I was like, oh, I'm going to start going to the gym. And once Nero was reaching his end, I was like, I want to do more of that. So I'm more prepared, like, for medieval fighting or, like actual combat. And so I thought, like, I should probably get ripped, and I should learn sword fighting. And so I did. Yeah, and it's fun learning that, but, again, that pressure of just, like, my teacher's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he's 32. It's like,
wow.
Mathematically, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to learn.
Absolutely.
And I ended up getting invited to like the Chicago Swordplay Guild because I was so determined. Most people do it like after 2 intro courses. I did it in 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Loved it. I forgot to sign up for my classes.
Yeah, you do.
And like I also did like improv training at Second City for like
Yeah.
a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized improv's not for me.
Yeah.
I love improv. I love doing it, but I get too bogged down on the pressure of being funny and creative.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's hard.
it's super hard. Like I'm good at yes-anding and like freeing my mind to like saying whatever, but then I get pressured of
Make people laugh.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's fine to just be like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a great experience. I learned a lot in improv and it helped me as an actor in auditions, but
True.
I don't need to
Yeah.
improvise, whatever. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I improvised a little bit. I like it, but like I have so much anxiety in me that like if people are like, let's improv, I'd be like, oh. And then when I'd go on, I'd be like, oh god. But like I like it when I'm doing it. I'm fine when I like find that flow.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. It's great. And then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this all the time. But to start up is hard.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But,
We all start somewhere.
very true.
Yeah.
Hey, even Picasso threw out his paintings.
Exactly. Make ugly stuff. Make it work. That's like when I used to make me and my best friend once made like concert t-shirts for the Jonas Brothers concert.
Oh my god.
And so, like, we were, like, using puffy paint on our shirts, and then, like, my arm smudged something, and I just went, oh, well, it's homemade now. And so, and it's like, okay for it to not look pristine or what you wanted it to be, and just be like, this is what it is now, and be okay with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
God. Do you still have those shirts?
Yeah, they're folded in my closet.
Of course you do.
I kept all Jonas Brothers paraphernalia. Fun fact, for 7 years straight, I wore a Jonas Brothers pin on my shirt every single day.
What's the day that we started dating?
September 16th.
And what day is that otherly known for?
It is Nick Jonas's birthday.
God, I remember you told me that afterwards. I was like, why?
It wasn't on purpose. It just...
I feel like you're lying.
No, I just... I didn't want it to be September 15th because my birthday would be exactly 6 months away.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, we got to do the next day because I didn't want to wait any longer. And then happened to just be Nick Jonas's birthday. Incredible.
Tisk, tisk.
I think it's pretty cool.
I guess. I mean, you want to explain it that way. That's what you're into. What else do you want to talk about? What else you got on that sheet? Is that it?
We've covered everything. I mean, now we're at time, really. We just gotta... our next episode is going to be creative outlets, and I'm sure Spencer will be back. We'll see. Who knows?
Thanks for having me. This has been quite a treat.
Yeah, thanks for doing this with me. I feel like it would have been weird if it was just me. I don't know if I could do a podcast alone because you'd just be talking to yourself the entire time. I'd sound crazy than I am.
I've thought about a couple podcast ideas of me just doing that.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah, but however, it just takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially for my crazy ideas.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's ways that could work, doing a podcast on your own.
Yeah, it just depends on what it is.
What you want to do, yeah. Very true. So, yeah, we're going to do creative outlets next week. More in depth with that.
What was your good thing this week?
Oh, my good thing was that you surprised me with cannolis.
Yeah.
After Saturday, I was craving cannolis, and there's no way to get them. And then I came over, and you had cannolis. And
got you cannolis.
they were great.
And I got you something else, but you don't like it.
You got me a cactus because I don't like flowers.
Yeah, you don't like flowers, so I got you a cactus. And it's been sitting there.
I do appreciate it, and I like it. I just am not good with living plants.
You should water it once a month.
I know, but watch it. It'll die. I don't have high hopes. I want to have high hopes, and I believe in it, but I don't know if it will survive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just giving you that warning.
Fair enough.
I do appreciate it. It's cute. What was your good thing this week? I did my second class of my on-camera class. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I've done film stuff and I've done school, it's important to stay in classes.
Absolutely. We should have talked about that too.
You want to? We can talk about it a little bit longer. What time are we at? Like what?
We could do it for 2 minutes if you want to talk about
Do you normally do 40?
Around there.
Cool.
Between 35 and 40.
Yeah, I'm doing classes at Vagabond Institute, School of the Arts. It's on Ravenswood in Irving Park. Great school. You can do on-camera, you can do scene study, you can do voiceover stuff. You can even go there and they'll help you send in self-tapes with coaching as well if you want. And it's not that expensive. It kind of depends on it's 30 seconds or a minute. With coaching or without, they're super great. My teacher is an actor on Chicago Fire. She's really nice. She's so great and helps you learn about commercials because I feel like in school we learned about how to be an actor in the theater, or you learn about on film. Mm-hmm. What about in commercials where you're supposed to be kind of yourself? It's super great. I've done other classes and it's hard to. Some of them are not great. Mm-hmm. Some of them are. Mm-hmm. I highly recommend Vagabond. It's super modern. Second City has a lot of good programs. Yeah. But also, you gotta remember, Second City is huge. Yeah. And you are one of many faces.
Very true. Yeah. It's ginormous. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my good thing this week. I got my second class and did really well. I have a lot of anxiety being myself. That's kind of why I became an actor, is because my very first play, we're back overtime, it's fine. My very first play, I was just like sweating bullets. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I was playing a pirate in a sense, a preacher pirate in a sense, called the bow stratagem. And the second I go on stage, gone. My anxiety, gone. And it was the most natural environment I've ever been. Because I don't have to worry about my own goddamn problems.
True.
I can worry about Gloss's problems.
Exactly.
That's my character's name. And so, as on-camera classes, you're kind of yourself for commercials. And I've learned to have that anxiety about being myself and being on camera. And now I'm like going first for every single class. Like, who wants to go first? I'll go up there. Because I've prepared my sides, my copy, and I know who I'm talking to, I have specifications, I come prepared, and it helps me welcome the anxiety in a warm embrace, and it helps me learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. Nice. Embrace that anxiety.
Hell yeah. Hug it until it dies.
Wow.
That's what you do.
That's
You
deep.
just hug it till you choke it and it dies.
That's what Picasso did to his paintings.
That's what it was. He loved him so much that
He
they
died.
Yeah. We covered everything.
We did. I forgot. You guys sign off?
We do. We have a special phrase that we say at the end. Do you remember it? It's from Mamma Mia too.
Oh, God. Hold on. It's not embrace. No, it's not. Let your heart soar. No, it's not.
Very close.
I don't know. What was it?
Let's do what makes your
Do
heart
make your
soar.
heart soar. I knew it.
There we go.
Bye, kids. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Follow me at The Chameleon on Instagram.
Is that it? Anywhere else?
Act good. You know what? Act better.
Okay. Do what makes your heart soar.
But act better.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.